day, man.
Go Dodgers.
Yeah, go Dodgers, man. Yeah. That was that game. Did you watch that game, man? I was on the edge of my seat watching that. And I haven't watched this much baseball in a long time.
Look, Doc. I'm not a big baseball season fan, but I like the World Series. And I've watched World Series since I was a kid. This was the best World Series I've ever seen in my life.
You said it, I thought it.
It was never a dude. Baseball is boring. Yeah, you got two situations in the ninth inning. Both teams got bases loaded, one out. It could go either way. Double play gets pulled out their ass. Come on, man. And when you look at that one play, my man's coming to the plate, dude. It's fractions of an inch between the catcher and the runner's foot being on home plate. Fractions of an inch. Okay. And they said he hesitated. That's the only reason why he didn't beat the throw. That could have changed everything. They could have been celebrating in Canada. I mean, you think about this right here, man. As much stuff as we've gone through with Canada over the past 9 months, between Kendrick and Drake, between what they call them, Nussy Throat. They call him Nussy Throat. Nussy Throat and the Prime Minister of Canada, and for us to come back and go back to back with Canada of all people. Hey, man, it is what it is.
That was dope. That was real dope. And then you mentioned briefly Ice Cube, man, holding the trophy. Ice Cube. Does it get more LA than Ice Cube? You know what I mean? I guess that's the best way for me to say it. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, it don't. It don't right now. I went to an Ice Cube concert about a month ago now. And dude, it was at the crypto. Full. I mean, I'm gonna say, yeah, they had some cheap seats up there that people may have bought to just creep down, but for the most part, crypto was sold out, man. It was like 95% sold out, and it's amazing that. And I say this all the time. People talk about the Latino and Black relationship to hip hop. They support Cube. The Latinos support Cube to no end. They support hip hop to no end.
Probably 80-90% Latino, and not just because it's a demographic. It's because they love Ice Cube.
They love Ice Cube. I mean, he's a Dodger fan. He's a hell of a rapper. He's been around forever. He don't take no shit. And it's amazing, man, just to see how things have developed over the years. Like I was telling Mike, man, these guys used to get cussed out. Nobody liked these dudes, man. When Ice Cube got interviewed by a Jewish reporter, he walked off the set, talked big shit, and left. Okay, so to see how things have evolved over the years is just amazing, man. When you look back and you think about how people were ridiculed in the very beginning days of N.W.A, and now if everybody's become these super icons for the country, for the world. It's a whole different story, Doc.
Do you know we have a few more minutes. Do you know what Ice Cube, or if he got any slack for mentioning the J. Crew in the diss song? And, like I said, I know he did have actually, now that I think about it, he did go hard. They did go hard on him, right? Yeah, never mind. Tell me about that.
No Vaseline?
Yeah, no Vaseline. And his, he when he was going through his Black Power thing, I know the J. Crew was coming after him as well for some of the stuff he was saying in his music at that time as well about them.
Yeah, he caught flack. He caught flack like everybody else did, man. But I guess he grew out of it, or he found a way to deal with it on a much more mature level. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him about it, but that was his thing in the beginning. That was kind of his introduction to the revolution. He said a lot of negative things about folks from different situations. And, like I said before, at some point in time, he may have reevaluated his situation, or just said, you know what, I'm bigger than that. I'm not going to let that be my demise. So here he is today, pulling up at Dodger Stadium, handing them the trophy, just like he did last year. So it's all good, Doc.
Yeah. All right, we got a couple minutes, man. Let's start winding down. You got your show coming up in San Pedro. Why don't you tell us about that, Lonzo?
Well, before I do that, I'm doing another show this Saturday at
What?
Compton Dominguez. I'm doing
What?
wait. You know me, Dusty. And I say a show. I'm doing a presentation. Put it that way.
Gotcha.
When you've been in the game as long as I have, and you've grown ass man experienced as much as I have, prostate cancer, on the nightclubs, record companies, N.W.A. You've seen the evolution of music from day one. And 2 weeks ago, well, about a month ago now, I was at Torrance doing a presentation on prostate cancer, keynote speaker. This week I'll be in Cal State Dominguez speaking on the transition from the crack era, how crack and lyrics affected the city. Okay, I watched that. I had a front row seat of how we went from a party city. LA went from a party city to a crack infested, gang infested city, and it didn't start at Eve After Dark, but Eve After Dark was one of the epicenters of where you could sit there and watch everything. I mean, I'm there every week. I didn't come and go like a lot of guys did. I was there every week. I watched my clientele change from being cool kids to being wannabe thugs and eventually becoming thugs, and guys coming up missing because they was dead. Guys were coming up missing because they was in the penitentiary. So then guys I rode with, what? Y'all gangsters now? Oh shit. So they called me out to I'm an expert on the whole transition. So I'm gonna do a presentation at Cal State Dominguez for a couple of
Saturday. I might just pull up, man. Don't be surprised.
Come on, man. And then next week I'll be at the East Side original East Side's car show by the beach.
Oh, I'll definitely be there.
Okay, in San Pedro, folks. Me and clientele and my singer, my new girl, Candy P, baby, sing her ass off and cute as a button. Anyway, folks, we'll be rocking next week with Thump Records. Original East Side's car show, folks, is going down.
Hell yeah, man. Great show as always, Lonzo. Once again, as soon as we end here, I'm going to ask you guys to move over to my channel and check out my interview with DMG. We're going to be talking Bataram, Toddy T, and Mixmaster Spade, R.I.P., and Compton Posse. Lonzo, hit him with that outro, my man.
All right, folks. For those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre into surgery, stuck Ice Cube in the freezer till he got cold. On the Eve After Dark, 50-yard line to Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe that the Hollywood bull, and it was all cap. My history goes deeper than you will ever know. Just remember that N.W.A. stands for Not Without Alonzo. Peace, y'all.